You came all the way to Mount Fuji, but you were not allowed to climb. Every year this happens to some travelers. I'm a professional tour conductor, and every year I lead groups up Mount Fuji. Before you set foot on this mountain, there are 3 things you need to have in place: advance registration, the climbing fee, and arrival within the permitted entry hours. If even one of these is missing, you'll be turned away at the 5th station. Mount Fuji is no longer a mountain you can just show up and climb. Mount Fuji has 4 official climbing routes. The most popular is the Yoshida route on the Yamanashi side, but popularity also means crowds. In this video, I'll be focusing on the Fujinomiya Route, which approaches from the Shizuoka side. For first-time climbers, this route stands out for a few reasons. It's the shortest route to the summit. It's less crowded than Yoshida, so you can move at your own pace. The ascent and descent use the same trail, which means you're not navigating an unfamiliar path when you're already exhausted. And from the summit, you get views of the Pacific Ocean and Suruga Bay that you can't see from the Yoshida side. Access is straightforward from the Tokaido Shinkansen. Take the train to Shin Fuji or Mishima, then connect to the shuttle bus to Fujinomiya, 5th station. Mount Fuji is open for roughly 2 months each year, generally from mid-July to early September. Outside that window, the trails are closed to the general public. The exact dates can shift from year to year, so check the official website before you go. If you are climbing as a day trip, please arrive at the 5th station no later than noon to make it before the gate closes at 2 p.m. If you plan to stay overnight at a mountain hut, advance reservations are absolutely necessary. During the climbing season, overnight stays without reservations are not permitted. Before you arrive at the mountain, there are a few things to take care of before you go. For the Fujinomiya Route on the Shizuoka side, you must register through the official Shizuoka Fuji Navi app. Through this app, you register your climber information, pay the climbing fee if you choose to do so in advance, and receive a QR code. On the day of your climb, show this QR code at the 5th station. You will receive a wristband and then you can enter the trail. The app is required not only for the Fujinomiya route, but also for the Subashiri and Gotemba routes. If you are climbing from the Shizuoka side of Mount Fuji, download the app and complete your registration before you go. The climbing fee is 4,000 yen per person. You can pay in advance through the app or pay on-site on the day of your climb. However, the advance registration itself is required if you want to see the sunrise from the summit, or if you plan to spend more than 1 day on the mountain, you will need to reserve a mountain hut in advance. Walk-in stays are not accepted during the climbing season. When registering through the Shizuoka Fuji Navi app, you will also be required to enter your accommodation details. Next, let's talk about what to bring, especially the common mistakes many first-time climbers make. There are actually many things you should not bring to Mount Fuji. First, sandals or regular sneakers. The trail is made of volcanic rock, and the ground can be rough and unstable. Please wear proper trekking shoes. Avoid cotton gloves as well. If you walk through rain or fog, cotton absorbs moisture and can make your fingers dangerously cold. Bring gloves suitable for mountain conditions. Heat-tech-style innerwear can also work against you. It is designed for dry cold, but if you sweat while climbing, moisture can stay close to your skin and cool your body down. And do not rely on a cheap vinyl raincoat or poncho. In strong winds on Mount Fuji, it can become dangerous. Bring proper mountain rain gear, both a jacket and pants. Even if the forecast looks clear, the weather on Mount Fuji can change quickly. For water, bring 2 or 3 500 milliliter bottles. Carrying too much water adds weight and drains your energy. You can also buy water at mountain huts along the trail. If you plan to see the sunrise, a headlamp is essential because you will be walking toward the summit in the middle of the night. Check the battery before you leave. Toilets on the mountain are paid, usually around 300 yen per use. Bring at least 10 100 yen coins so you are prepared. If you do not have your own climbing gear, rental equipment is available at Fujinomiya 5th station. Major items such as trekking shoes and rain gear can be rented there. I recommend reserving them in advance. When you arrive at the 5th station, do not start climbing right away. you are already at an altitude of around 2,400 meters. The air is very different from sea level. Spend about 30 minutes at the 5th station, move slowly, and let your body adjust before you begin. That 30 minutes can make a big difference later in the climb. Once you start climbing, the right pace should feel almost too slow. Stop often, take deep breaths, and rest before you feel completely tired. Along the trail, you will find mountain huts where you can stop to rest, eat, and buy drinks. These are ideal places to take a longer break and recover your energy before the final push to the summit. The main symptoms of altitude sickness are headache, nausea, and dizziness. If you feel these symptoms, stop and rest. If they do not improve, descend. Reaching the summit is not more important than returning safely. Here is one thing many people do not realize. Some climbers bring oxygen spray because they think it will prevent altitude sickness. In reality, it should not be used that way. It may make you feel temporarily better, but it does not solve altitude sickness. Use it only for emergency relief, not as prevention. If you are climbing in the late afternoon or evening, look back toward the horizon. You may be able to see the shadow of Mount Fuji stretching across the sky, a site called Kog Fuji. It only appears for a short window around sunset, and it is one of the things that makes this mountain unlike anywhere else. When you reach the summit, the view from 3,776 meters is waiting for you. At the summit of the Fujinomiya Route, you will find Fujisan Hongu Sengen Taisha Okumiya, the inner shrine at the top of Mount Fuji. The view beyond the Torii Gate is something only those who make it this far can experience. If you have enough time and energy, consider doing the Ohachi Meguri, the crater rim walk. It takes about 90 minutes to walk around the crater and gives you a 360-degree view from the summit of Mount Fuji. There are shops and food stalls at the summit where you may be able to buy cup noodles, udon, drinks, and other simple items. However, they may not be open early in the morning. Do not assume you can buy food right after sunrise. Always carry your own snacks and water. On the Fujinomiya Route, you descend on the same trail you used to climb up. Going down puts more strain on your knees than going up, especially when your legs are already tired. If you rush, the risk of slipping, falling, or getting injured becomes much higher. Slow down, watch each step, and take your time. When you return to the 5th station, rest and rehydrate before doing anything else. I also recommend checking the bus schedule before you begin your descent. That way, you will not feel rushed once you reach the bottom. If the bus schedule does not work for you, or if you need to get down faster, taxis are available at the 5th station. I lead groups up Mount Fuji every year as a professional tour conductor, but Mount Fuji is just one of the things I do. If you're planning a trip to Japan and would like personalized guidance, contact me directly through the WhatsApp link in the description.